this a place?
Looks like it.
You know, in cases like this, I don't know if I feel bad for him or I want to be him.
Just gonna grow a magic beanstalk? Huh? Climb it? And escape?
We are going to process them into rice and beans.
FBI!
Can I help you guys?
We have a few questions for you, Mr. Boris.
The FBI drives used Toyota Corollas.
Undercover. What he means to ask is, can we come in and talk for a little bit? We have a few questions.
Sure, I guess.
Alright, Boris. I'm Agent Jerry.
I'm Agent Gary.
Alright, Gary and Jerry. Can I get you guys anything to drink? We don't have a lot. My mom has a lot of tea. I think we have like English breakfast, Earl Grey, chamomile, I think Lady Grey.
I think we're good.
I'll take a Lady Grey.
Sugar?
Sugar and Lady Grey? I should arrest you just for that. Completely ruins the integrity of the flavor. Completely undercuts the citrus undertones.
And here I was thinking you were an idiot, Gary.
Alright, Gary, you good now? So how do you know Mrs. Khalifa?
Well, Jerry, it's Miss Khalifa, and she's my shop class teacher.
Don't start with the games, kid. You're not in trouble, and you don't want to be.
I don't know, Jerry. What do you think she teaches?
English teacher.
Bingo, Gary. Advanced English 12.
So when did your relationship become more with Miss Khalifa?
She began tutoring me about 2 months ago.
Well, according to school records, Boris, you had 103 in Advanced English 12.
Well, you know, Jerry. Extra credit.
She's going to jail, you know.
Yeah? Why's that?
Because you guys, you know.
A crime of passion.
You're in high school.
Well, I'm 18 as of October.
Yeah, but she's your teacher.
Well, Gary, she certainly taught me a lot.
So, Boris, who initiated the relationship between you and Miss Khalifa?
Well, the school did, when they put me in her class.
Well, but between you and Miss Khalifa specifically, who did?
Well, Jerry, our initial acquaintance was made mutually, but if you're asking who took it a step farther, well, that'd be me.
And Boris, why would you make such a move on your English teacher?
Come on, Jerry, that's a dumb question.
Yeah, that was dumb, Jerry.
She was perfect in every way imaginable. She was everything I ever needed.
Yeah, and now she's going to jail.
It's quite unfortunate.
Well, you see, Boris, you've created an interesting power dynamic here. You've painted yourself as the victim. But I know you're not. I know because I was once an 18-year-old boy. And I know you knew exactly what you were doing. So, Boris, is there anything anything at all you'd like to get off your chest today?
You ever been in love, Jerry?
"15 years.
Love, Jerry. I asked about love.
Yeah, I've been in love.
Well, Jerry, so is Miss Khalifa. She loved me. She loved me more than she had loved anything ever before. Handwritten note here. Some chocolates there. Flowers once a month. That kind of thing goes a long way with a woman who spent her entire life looking for love and has only ever found lust. So you're right, Jerry. You're absolutely right. I'm not a victim here. I'm old enough and I'm smart enough to know exactly what I was doing with Mrs. Khalifa. But see, Jerry, your little red string, it's not connecting all the right dots. It's actually connecting all the wrong ones. Anywhere in your little folder there, does it happen to tell you what Mrs. Khalifa moonlights as?
Yeah, it says here she's a bartender at the Spotted Owl.
You ever been to the Spotted Owl, Jerry?
Yeah, Boris. Too expensive for an old cop like me.
I would agree. So would my dad. So would most people. But not my stepmom. My stepmother loved to go to the Spotted Owl. Loved to hang out with the other socialites there. Now I want you to look around. Does this seem like the kind of house where someone that spends time at the Spotted Owl would be?
Yep.
My stepmother's favorite bar was the Spotted Owl. Her husband, before my father, could afford to pay her tabs there. She liked to wear her furs and mingle with the other out-of-touch housewives. Occasionally their fathers, for what I've heard. She was running my dad's bank account absolutely dry. When my stepmother found out about a little nest egg my dad had packed away for my college fund, she decided it was going to be hers. Every day insisting that we tap into it, insisting that we use that money for other things. And you know what? It was all just for the goddamn Spotted Owl, Jerry. If she hadn't unfortunately passed away, I would have been able to afford to go to college. And you know what, Jerry? I didn't even know Mrs. Khalifa worked at the Spotted Owl. Not until we were reading a little book called On Dublin Street, and Mia slipped. See, she told us that, like the main character of the story, she too was a bartender at an upscale restaurant. And when she told me that it was the Spotted Owl, well, all the dots just kind of connected. And I knew what I had to do.